Welcome to ToxicandGeeks.com reviews. Justin here, and today I'll be reviewing the film Curse of Chucky. Before we talk about the stories and the characters, here is a brief synopsis of the film. After the events of Seed of Chucky, Nika, a young woman forced to a wheelchair since birth, has to regroup with her sister Barb and her brother-in-law Ian for a funeral after the death of her mother. While dealing with Barb, Ian, along with their 5-year-old daughter Alice, Nika receives an odd package, a creepy doll. After people start showing up dead, the fearless Nika soon suspects that the creepy doll is much more than just a doll. First of all, I just gotta say, Chucky, welcome back. It's good to have you back, pal. After the horrible Seed of Chucky, I can tolerate Bride of Chucky, and the disappointing Child's Play 3. It's nice to see Chucky come back full circle, and I mean full circle, not in just in story, but in intensity, and just the way the story structure is. Now, granted, this story is your basic, horror story. Chucky mails himself to this family, and you're wondering why throughout the whole movie. Why is Chucky sent to this place? Well, it turns out that Chucky has some unfinished business with this particular family. I won't spoil it, but let's just say, just a little hint, it does go full circle back to Child's Play 1. So you'll figure out more origins on our beloved Charles Lee Ray. So, anyway, with that being said, once Chucky goes in there is a story between the sisters, Nika and Barb, and the brother-in-law, Ian. And for the most part, if you're looking for a high body count, there is no high body count in this movie. It's not like the previous Child's Play movies where Chucky has a nice body count. This one barely has a high body count at all. This is more focused on story, which is actually a really good thing. It's more of a suspenseful Child's Play movie, and it totally works this time around because what it brings it back is that fear of having that little doll. Chucky, believe it or not, has some tense moments in here, especially when he first starts talking, because I think what makes it really good is the way he looks this time around, the way he's modeled. He really looks creepy in there. I mean, there's some shots in there that you feel like he's possessed, like he's almost demonic in the way his eyes look, in the way just his smirk is, and the facial structure of it. Chucky actually looks really threatening in this compared to previous installments. Even in Child's Play 3, he looks more threatening in this one than I've ever seen Chucky in I will say, since Child's Play 2 and 1. So basically, the whole premise of the story. I mean, the story is good. I mean, it keeps you interested. For those who love characterization, you're gonna love the relationship and the conflict between the two sisters. Barb, who basically, not for lack of a better term, she's kind of a bitch, man. She's cheating on her husband. She sees her wheelchair sister as a liability instead of someone that that actually needs her help, or someone that actually needs her care. And it's just like you hope for the worst for that chick, because she's just not a good person to be around. Nika, on the other hand, is sweet. She's kind-hearted. She's trying her best. She's faced with this condition of being disabled, and she's making the best out of her life. And she also has this heart condition. And the conflict between these sisters is that since the mother died, Barb wants to sell the house, Nika wants to keep the house. So that's a nice story, I will say, subplot in there. But the main core of the story is pretty basic, but the whole point of it is to build up to when Chucky starts killing and when Chucky starts being Chucky, and the build up is really good. It takes a while to start off. I will say you'll get like 40 minutes into the film before Chucky actually starts even talking. And for the most part, it's like I said, it's going to be the relationship between the sisters that's going to keep you interested, or the relationship between the husband and Barbara that's going to keep you interested. Otherwise, it's okay. The little girl Alice, she doesn't play a big role as Andy did, or the kid from the third one, but she she's kind of just there to hold Chucky around. She doesn't really have too much to do, but to be that sweet little girl that you know, oh man, Chucky's gonna go after. No, Chucky actually has a bigger purpose in mind besides playing hide the soul in this one, which I really did find refreshing as well. But overall, I would say the story and the characters and the setup was really good. You had to stay for the end of the credits because there is a surprise appearance from a certain character, and let's just say it's unfinished business. And I thought the story did very well on tying together the Child's Play 1, even Child's Play 2, and Bride of Chucky, especially Bride of Chucky. Everything comes together in full circle, and it was nice, especially that surprise ending at the end to bring back the original actor who played a certain somebody, which I thought I was like, yes. As a Chucky fan, I thought that was pretty cool. But this is a horror movie, so you guys need to know whether this movie is actually scary. I would say it's more suspenseful than scary. I wasn't scared at all. They had a few jump scares from here to there, but it's really, really cheap jump scares. So I was like, oh man, I should have known that was gonna happen. But I would say it's more of a thriller this time around than actual horror, mainly because it's just more of a build up to what Chucky's going for. And it's nice to see Chucky back in full form. He's not much of a comedian this time around. I mean, he's relentless this time. He's back to angry, pissed off Chucky. And that's the way I wanted to see him. And that's the way I think most of us actually want to see our Chucky. Pissed off, angry, fresh mouth, but he's not, masturbating like he didn't see the Chucky. No, all that gimmicks and all that stupid shit is gone. Chucky's back to basics with his knife and his plot. And I honestly cannot welcome it back. So, just to talk a little bit about the acting before I go. Acting was pretty good. It wasn't really, the acting does its job for the horror genre. I thought the girl who plays Nika, who's actually the daughter of the guy who plays Chucky, I thought it was really good. The father and daughter have great chemistry, even though he's just lending the voice, but you can tell it's just great chemistry all the way around. Acting was pretty good, pretty decent. No complaints there. I mean, it's good for a horror movie. And you'll see many more stuff to come. I hope this is the beginning of more of new Chucky and see what they're going to go from here. So I'll give this, guys, out of 5 stars, I'll give it at least a good 3.5 from a horror standpoint. It's nice to see Chucky back. It's not going to scare you. It is more of a thriller, and it's more of a suspenseful film. But the kills are pretty good. The props on certain kills you could tell, like, oh man, this is totally fake, but it could have used some work. But otherwise, I was really pleased with it, and it's nice to see Chucky back in full form. So this is Justin from AttackLessandGeeks.com saying later days. Catch you on the next review.